Hey y'all, welcome to Down Home Bites with Darlene. It's Sunday. I'm in the kitchen, of course. I just put an apple pie in the oven. So now I'm gonna make the main course. This is called a quick lasagna. I got this recipe from one of my mom's sisters, but then of course, as usual, once I got it, I kind of tweaked it to my own taste too. So we're gonna get started on that, so stay tuned. Okay, I'm back. So in a pan, I usually use the Dutch oven. You wanna put 1.5 pounds of ground beef in there, and then just, get it where it's done. And after it's done, you want to drain any excess fat on it of it and put it back in there. You know, I didn't know what this was until about a year ago. I used to think, why in the world this always comes with my set of cookware? I don't know what to do with it. So I finally figured it out, looked it up, Googled it or something. And yeah, so this right here. I consider myself to be a fairly smart person, but sometimes I guess it's just you're never too old to learn. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add 8 ounces of tomato sauce. We're making the sauce for the lasagna. You want to put 1 pound, 12 ounce can of diced tomatoes. This is so easy now. Now, you're going to put 2 of these little packets of spaghetti sauce mix. This is what contains all the spices that you want for this lasagna. There's one. Right now I've got my stove on medium. And 2. Okay, let's go ahead and get that boil here. Okay, the very last thing, I know it's going to sound strange, is 24 ounces of V8 juice. Yeah, or a vegetable juice, which is what that is. So we want 24 ounces of that. Okay, so that's actually 3 cups, of course. So throw that in here. Now my husband can use the rest for his Bloody Mary. Okay, there we go. That is all there is to do with the sauce. Now what I'm going to do is bring all this up to temperature, let it maybe start boiling just a little bit. You don't have to cook it very long because it's going to bake in the oven too for an hour. So I just usually bring it up to heat. So let's get that going and then I'll show you the next step. Okay, our sauce is done. So I've set it up here on the countertop so I can now start layering. So like I said, I am making this for a neighbor plus ourselves. This typically makes a 9 by 13, but I use the next size pan up, and I'm sorry, I don't know what it is, but that keeps it from spilling over. But today, I'm going to be dividing it between 2. This is like a 9 by 13 aluminum so that I can take it to them. And then I'm just doing a 9 by 9 for us. So first thing you do is you take a ladle of your sauce and pour it on the bottom. Don't have to be, you know, and do it on ours too. Okay. Okay. Now, the next thing you want to do is your lasagna noodles. So don't use the oven ready, or your lasagna will not turn out. The noodles will be tough. Just use regular ones. Oh, good. It'll fit in there. And you want to just kind of put them, you know, you don't have to overlap it, but you can overlap it a little bit, because that way nothing seeps through. Now mine, of course, I'm going to have to break some of mine off. More there. Okay, I'm going to put one more on my side there because it's kind of not reaching where it needs to. There we go. Okay, now the next thing is 32 ounces of small curd cottage cheese. I hate cottage cheese, but in this lasagna it tastes wonderful. I do not like ricotta cheese in lasagna. It's too pasty to me. I just don't like it. As my son used to say when he was little, when he's a toddler, he probably loves I tell him about stuff, but anyway, he'd say, I don't like it, Mama. I don't like it. So that's how I feel about ricotta cheese. I don't like it. So, now, we're going to use this full container here. This is a 16-ounce container. If you get, you know, like a 32-inch one, then of course you want to divide it in half. I about forgot I need some over here on mine. Let me steal a little bit from there. Okay. Then you're just going to spread it out like so. Let me put a little bit more over here. Okay. I'm not used to making 2 pans at one time. But this is so easy. And I just have like some Italian bread or French bread and maybe a salad with it, and you're done. So, got that. Now, you need 16 ounces of mozzarella cheese. So typically, when I'm just doing it in one pan, I would do 8 ounces for the first layer, 8 ounces for the second layer. But we're going to have to divide this a little bit. I just got to keep in mind where the halfway point is. So, put it in there. So see, it still leaves me 8 ounces. 8 ounces. Okay. Next thing is the sauce again. You want to make sure you save enough sauce because there will be one more layer of sauce at the end. And what the good thing about this too is, if you have leftovers, it's even better the next day. Okay, now we're going to layer with the lasagna noodles again. Okay, I got my next layer of lasagna noodles on there. That'd be our last layer of noodles. The other good thing about this recipe is you don't have to cook the noodles prior. They actually put them in there just like they come out of the box. So now we're going to do our last layer of cottage cheese. If I can open it. husband loves cottage cheese, so I had to actually hide these so he wouldn't end up eating them before time for me to use them in this recipe. Okay. A few dollops there and here and there and everywhere. And I've done rehearsal dinners for weddings and stuff. This is one of the things they usually ask for. And it's so easy, so it just goes by. And I've always, people will ask me, where did you get that from, you know? Did you get this at Olive Garden? No, I went to Italy and I bought it. I made it myself. Oh my gosh, you can too. Get this out here. I'm so ready for this. Okay, now our last layer of cheese. So I'm gonna make sure that kind of pay attention where the half is since I'm dividing it up. You can always put extra cheese too. It won't hurt it a bit. This is bigger, I'll put a little bit more on it. Just kind of spread it out there like that. Okay. Now the last layer of sauce. So I'll go ahead and put it on this little one here. And guys, if y'all ever have questions about anything, or if you decide to make some of this stuff, let me know how it turns out and if you enjoyed it. That always helps me to know if I need to kind of, you know, vary somewhere or do something a little bit different. So we'll put the rest of the sauce on there. Don't have to fully cover it either. So usually I just do like that. Smells like an Italian cafe in this kitchen. Okay, the last thing, Parmesan cheese. You can use the grated, you know, the kind that comes in the green tubular box kind of thing. I like to buy this kind, and I use the shaved Parmesan if I can get it open. Use my scissors here. That might be the easier thing to do. And this is just a taste preference. You can put as much or as little as you want. But since I use the shaved, you don't have to put as much as you would the grated kind. I wonder who's going to clean up my kitchen when I'm done. I know who it'll be. It'll be me. My husband would do it if I asked him to, but he and Darby are upstairs taking them a little nap. He works odd hours, so sometimes we're just not up at the same time, but that's okay. It gives me time to do what I need to do. So now, those are ready. The only thing you have to do is your oven needs to be on 350, and then you cover them, each of them, with aluminum foil. And when I do the aluminum foil, I always make sure that when I cover it, I put enough under here and kind of cup it, so that if this does happen to boil over a little bit, it'll keep it from getting your oven all nasty, like, you know. So let's get this in the oven. When it's done, I'll come back and show you what it looks like. Hey, I'm back. The lasagna is ready, so let me let you get a good look at it. See there? And it will be even better tomorrow for leftovers. So I'm gonna stick some French bread in the oven, got us a little salad made, and that's lunch and dinner for today. You guys have a good rest of your day, and thanks for visiting Down Home Bites with Darlene. Bye. The ingredients you'll need for the lasagna is 1.5 pounds of hamburger, 1 pound 12-ounce can of diced tomatoes, 8 ounces of tomato sauce, 2 envelopes of the spaghetti sauce mix, 24 ounces of V8 or vegetable juice, and you'll need lasagna noodles, not the oven ready, just the regular lasagna noodles, 24 ounces of cottage cheese, or 32 ounces of cottage cheese, according to how much you like, and 16 ounces of mozzarella cheese. So, have a good one.